What's going on, YouTube? Not so popular back here with another video today, man. And today we got the reaction of the banning of TikTok. U.S. House has passed a TikTok ban.
Now to breaking news in our nation's capital. The U.S. House of Representatives has passed a bill that would ban TikTok in the U.S. unless its Chinese parent company sells the social media platform. KTLA's Trevor Shirley live in Washington. The latest for us. Trevor, good morning.
Frank, good morning to you as well. This vote just coming down in the House within the past.
This is crazy too, by the way. They're trying to ban, if they don't sell it, oh my God, they're banning it.
Past hour or so, it was
crazy.
An overwhelmingly bipartisan vote. The final vote count coming in at 352 to 65. And because there was so much buy-in from both sides of the aisle, it could certainly influence how the Senate votes whenever this bill gets over to that side of Congress. The legislation comes amid growing concern over the Chinese government's ability to access data collected by TikTok.
This is a serious issue. We didn't come to it lightly.
Last week, a House committee unanimously passed the legislation that could potentially ban the social media app here in the U.S.
Algorithms, tracking people. It's dangerous for our young people, and we got to find a way to rein it in.
As it stands, the bill would force the Chinese company ByteDance to sell its ownership of TikTok or face a U.S. ban.
What we're dealing with here is very specific concerns about the structure of this company and its relationship with the Chinese government and the Chinese Communist Party.
The FBI and the FCC warned ByteDance could share TikTok user data with the Chinese Communist Party, something TikTok denies. But some lawmakers worry a ban could limit the rights of Americans.
Some of us are concerned that there are First Amendment implications here. Americans have the right to view information.
Supporters argue that's not the case.
Our bill is not an act of censorship. It is a safeguard for our citizens, a firewall against foreign adversary-controlled applications.
Others say Congress needs a more comprehensive approach to all social
know.
media, not just TikTok.
We can't just single out one. I don't think we fully appreciate the impact this is going to have.
Now, because we just saw such overwhelmingly bipartisan consensus on this legislation in the House, there's a really good sense now that senators will take a stronger look at this legislation and consider, because of that bipartisan support, whether or not that may influence how they end up voting on this. At this point, it's not clear when this legislation will make it over to the Senate for a vote or which way it could go over there.
Well, teenagers don't often pay close attention.
How do y'all feel about this, first of all? Because I be on TikTok, but I don't be making videos like that. I know there's some people on there that make videos, that's how they get paid and everything, so I just don't know. How do y'all feel about this in the comment section?
To U.S. congressional votes, but they may be doing that today because what's happening, about to happen in Washington is hugely important to that younger demographic. Next hour, the House of Representatives is set to vote.
Now to breaking news.
And urge them to oppose or be banned in the United States. Now, the legislation comes amid deep concerns about China's ability to access TikTok.
So this is about China's ability to access TikTok users' data. That's what this really is about. So, because they can get to our data
and possibly use that to influence, for example, the November elections. Well, TikTok pushing back with a message encouraging users to contact their representatives and urge them to oppose this bill. Well, we are covering every angle of this story with Lauren Fox, who is on Capitol Hill. Mark Stewart is in Beijing, and Claire Duffy is in New York for us. Lauren, let's start with you. Why are so many lawmakers so exercised about this, so worried about TikTok?
Yeah, this has been building for a long time on the Hill, and their key concern is the national security implications of teenagers and Americans at large using this app. Many lawmakers don't use it themselves because of concerns about their data being shared with the Chinese government. The other concern that exists here is one of which some members who are voting against this bill say that they do not want to take away the freedom of users to operate this app. Now, I think that those two things exist in some ways, not in a vacuum, but lawmakers are going to be having this vote today on the House floor. It's going to require a 2/3 majority. They're bringing it under a suspension of the rules, which means it would have to get a huge number of bipartisan members, Republicans and Democrats, to back.
And as we've seen from the last video, it's been passed, so that'll end the video today, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about TikTok getting banned. And I'm out, man.